first one today. Have a seat, have a seat. I am so excited about our conversation today. I've got this book in my hand for a reason. So it's the time of the year when we're all trying to get on the nice list. And this hour, we're talking about doing the right thing right now. Let me give you an example. 21-year-old Michigan State student, football player, his name is Omarion Smith. He made headlines recently that caught my eye when he really stepped up for his family in a remarkable way. He's not only working hard, he's studying criminal justice, playing football in the field. He's raising, and you can see in the picture, he's raising his 4 siblings as their legal guardian after their mom, Gala, passed away from breast cancer this past August. Omarion reflected on the promise he made to his mom in an interview that I read. He said, in part, "I always told her since I was a child, no matter what I do, whatever opportunity I get, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to make the best out of it." Here's the deal. He did that for his family, but he had a choice. He didn't have to step up at that time for his siblings, but he did. And we're talking about that today. Stepping up when it can cost you. You imagine, he's a young man in college. Now he's going to class, he's on the football field, and he's going home to parent his siblings. The best-selling book that I'm holding in my hand right now, Right Thing Right Now, explores this very conversation. Its author, Ryan Holiday, gives us a roadmap to living a life of integrity, virtue, and purpose. And that seems in short supply these days. So Ryan's social media and his podcast, it's called The Daily Stoic. He shares bits of wisdom with his millions of fans, people like all of us who are looking for this path to right. Take a look.
So yes, Stoicism is a deeply individualistic philosophy, but the idea is that each individual is doing everything that they can inside themselves and outside themselves to do the right thing and to make the world a better place. Just that you do the right thing, Mark Aurelius says in Meditations, the rest doesn't matter. And to me, that encapsulates the essence of Stoicism and arguably its most important virtue, which is the virtue of justice.
Please welcome back to the show, best-selling author Ryan Holiday. Come on out, Ryan. I love this for many reasons. I'm sure you saw us talking about Omarion, the young football player.
Amazing.
Right Thing Right Now. And some folks would say, oh, well, that's a no-brainer. That's his family. But it's not. And you talk about things we can control and things we can't control as it relates to this conversation.
Yeah, the idea of stepping up and doing the right thing, the reason you're talking about it is because most people don't step up and do the right thing.
Do you think so?
Look,
because I used to
we
say
always
that.
have a million reasons not to.
Yeah.
We always have our stuff. And so it's the reason we need to celebrate examples like that is to remind us in the big and little situations in our own lives to do the same.
I love that because it is a very, thoughtful conversation. I think about, we've had a lot of natural disasters as of late. One of the things as a journalist I always embraced, especially a journalist out in the field, you'd see something catastrophic happen and strangers step up for strangers.
Yeah.
So from my mindset, and maybe I'm living in a bubble, I think people do step up.
They do,
I do. I don't know.
The great Mr. Rogers line was to find the helpers.
Yeah.
That in a disaster and when things are falling apart, when you feel hopeless, when you want to despair, when you want to give up, is to focus on the people who are doing the right thing, who are doing good, who are helping each other. And we gotta celebrate that. And there is a tendency, I think, in media and in life to focus on all the things that are not going well.
Right.
But when we look at people who stepped up and did the right thing, did the selfless thing, I think it reminds us that we have that capacity inside ourselves too.
I love that. So you talk about these virtues in the book, and you talk about Stoicism, things we can't control, the things that happen to us, but you go through courage, self-discipline, justice, wisdom.
Yes.
These are the 4 virtues, I think.
I have them tattooed on my wrist here. These are the
so
Stoic
do I.
virtues.
No, I'm kidding. I don't have them tattooed, but I would hope that we have them tattooed in our minds, right?
Yes.
How do we take those things with us daily?
Yeah, these are the cardinal virtues. And I think when people hear cardinal, they sometimes think of religion. They think of a cardinal. Cardinal comes from the Latin cardus, which means hinge. These are like the pivotal virtues that we should build our life around. And the idea for the Stoics was that, look, we're going to find ourselves in situations we don't like. We're going to find ourselves with options being taken from us, but we always have the option to act with courage, with discipline, with justice and wisdom. That everything's an opportunity for us to embody one or, in fact, all four of those virtues.
So you don't have to embody them all at the same time.
They're so related to each other. You know, think about it this way, like what is courage if not in pursuit of a just cause, right? Wisdom is there to help us know what is right and what is good and how to bring that good into the world. And then discipline is that determination, that strength, that command of ourselves that allows us to endure those hard and difficult situations. So they're all very related to each other.
I love the timing of this because your first book, Courage is Calling, obviously covered courage. The second book, Discipline is Destiny, covers self-discipline. Right thing, right now. Why? Because obviously I don't think things happen by coincidence. I have books, you go with your publisher and you think timing.
Yeah.
I want my book to come out at a specific time. You made a conscious, controlled decision of the time to release this book. Why now?
Well, justice to me is the virtue that all the other virtues have to be directed at, or they become very empty and very meaningless. So I wanted to first tackle courage, because I think that's straight down the middle, discipline straight down the middle. Justice is a tricky one, I think.
Because what is just?
What is just? And then, you know, oftentimes when people hear that word justice, they think the Justice Department. They think judges and juries. They think the law. And certainly this is a part of justice. But justice as a virtue, I think, is what are the standards we hold ourselves to? Who are we in the world? I want people to think of justice as something they do as opposed to something they get from a lawsuit or a judge.
I love that.